and I'm going to go live on Amazon Live shortly. I'm just waiting for the signal to come through. It says receiving video signal, so I can go live on Amazon. Okay, so let's click the button. Okay, and preview on my iPad. A lot of kit involved in actually going live on Amazon Live at the moment. I'm just waiting for the signal to come through to my iPad, and then we can go live. I can put the iPad down. Waiting for the signal, and we've got the go live signal. So how did we do? As I dash back to the studio, 8 seconds to go. 6, 5. We actually did it. I actually did it. I've got it down to a fine art, the ability to actually go live. Hello, everybody who's watching on Amazon Live. Thank you for joining me today. To let you know who I am, I'm Stephen Healy. I'm based in the UK and I live in Devizes, Devizes. It's about 120 miles from London. It's, well, if you want to know where it is, if you imagine where Stonehenge is, we're about 25 miles away from Stonehenge and from Salisbury and from Avebury. So we're in one of the most amazing counties as far as archaeology is concerned, because we are lucky to go and visit Stonehenge 3 or 4 times a year and enjoy walking around the stones. And I did a video earlier this year, which I'll show you later in this broadcast, using the Hohn gimbal, which is down the carousel. And it was pouring down. It was a very wet day, but you don't have to take my word for it. I can actually show you the video. So I'll remove my name for a moment. I'll bring it back. First thing to say is welcome to the show. And this show is called Lights, Camera, Action. Okay, that's what the card says. Lights, camera, action. Broadcasting on Amazon Live using my Be.Live studio. Now, Be.Live is one of the best ways to actually broadcast, and I'm using the Be.Live studio with the ability to show images, to show videos whilst I'm live throughout the entirety of this broadcast. And just a shout out to OneStream Live, who actually carry the signal from Be.Live to Amazon Live, and I can go live to up to 40 different destinations. But today we're just live on Amazon Live, YouTube, and Facebook. It's the 3 destinations. So, but I could, if I wished, go up to 40. And hello to everybody who's watching Amazon Live. Thank you for joining me. Just a reminder, basically, when I showed this yesterday, so little things that count. You're actually watching Stephen from the UK. And on Amazon.com, this is totally amazing to me. I'm blown away by the fact that I can broadcast from my studio in Devizes in Wiltshire in England direct to Amazon.com using my Be.Live studio. Okay, right, now down in the carousel, you will see the carousel on Amazon Live is down below me, and you can scroll the carousel and there are 37 different items. Now, 75% of those items I actually own or have possession of. So when I talk about an item, I'm talking about it because I've actually used it. If there are any, well, it's rare to actually find anything that's wrong, but if there's anything wrong, I'll tell you. But I'm going to concentrate on the items in the carousel. Now, I can't, during this broadcast, cover all 37. So if you have questions about anything in the carousel, whilst I'm live, simply ask. Okay. The other thing you can do is, if you enjoy my live broadcasts, just tap the follow button and that will let you know. Amazon will let you know. I don't get to know anything. Amazon will let you know when I next go live. Okay. Generally speaking, I go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK. So it's my afternoon, your morning. And I talk about everything to do with lights, camera, action, as it says there. So I'm a live video person. I've been doing this for 6 years, going live on everywhere. I've used every system imaginable to actually go live, but I've been with Be.Live since October 2016 and never looked back. And when you're out and about, if you see this logo, I'm just going to put it on screen. That is the Be.Live logo. So if you see that, that's the system I'm using today. And using that system, I can play YouTube videos. I can show images on screen. I can go split screen. I can do a whole range of things using that software. Okay. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about today is, well, I'm going to show you. Okay, just a minute. Just give me a second. I just need to find something. And you know how it is when you put things down and you can't quite remember where you put them. Right, okay. I've got a studio here. I'm going to hide that. And I'm going to go off solo. And now you've got two of me. Okay. So this is me on the Brio camera, and to the right of me is my Microsoft Surface Book 2 internal camera. So you can actually tell the difference between the two. Now, rather than having two of me on screen, I'm going to switch over here, and you can see that I've got my iPad, which is down the carousel. In order to broadcast on Amazon Live, I needed an iPhone or an iPad. I opted for the iPad. This is it. It's down the carousel, and we'll talk about it during this broadcast. But I'm an Android person. I'm a Windows and Android person. That's basically my background. If you mentioned Windows 3.1, I was there. 95, I was there. Windows 8, 9, 10. Well, I'm not trying Windows 11 yet because I wait until the dust has settled and it's been proven as being relatively fault-free. The thing about any software is you do not want, unless you set out to be, you do not want to be a beta tester. Right, I'm going to talk about Treblab HD77, which is down the carousel at the moment, the featured item, and it's 25% off. So it's $89.97 today, as opposed to its regular price of $119.97. Okay, so there are savings to be had today. This is said speaker. Okay, and the reason I switched for this camera is so you can actually see it properly, hopefully. It's about the size, it's a portable Bluetooth speaker designed for use in outdoor sports, okay? For walking, jogging, running, cycling, and for mountaineering. Okay, I'll explain that bit further on. Okay, weight-wise, I'm not weightlifting, it's just light. It's very well designed. There's a grill which goes all the way around, which feels like a grill should, really. It's basically just over 7 inches long, and it's got 4 buttons on top. You've got the power on, which I'll press now, and you've got to press it for 3 seconds. And you get a delightful sound. I'm going to take the, because I'm actually demonstrating the products, I'm going to take the logo off. Just give me a second. Okay. So you've got the power on button. You've got increase and lower volume, and you've got pause and next track. Multifunction buttons on the top. They are embossed, so you can actually feel them. All right. On the bottom, this is a flat piece here. Okay. And that flat piece is how you set it down. Okay. Located on there is the power compartment. Okay. And it's USB, takes cable in hand, USB-A to USB-C. Okay. So standard cable comes with the speaker itself, and you plug it in and you can charge it. Now it takes 4 hours to charge, but it will run then for 12 hours. So you can charge it overnight and it's ready to go all the following day for 12 hours. I just got to say at this point, I sort of basically, I need to say this as I go scrolling down madly, trying to find something. Trying to find things is not the easiest at times because I've got so many things in here. Okay, and I'm just going to put this on the screen. This product was provided by Treblab for my use and review. So what I'm doing is I'm grateful, first of all, to Treblab because I'm in the UK. I mean, Treblab, American company, very well respected, part of Product Tech, and they set out to design rugged portable speakers. Okay, now if we look closely at the speaker, if I put that back, okay, then that goes flush. So the power unit is actually sealed by the cover. You've got the Treblab logo on the front, okay, and then, as I say, you've got the 4 controls on the top, which are, well, they're raised. Okay, on the end, okay, let's come back to me for a moment. I'll go back to the camera in a second. I'm going to take my name off as well, so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. This unit is light, and you've got twin speakers. It's got 360-degree sound. There's one speaker in the front, there's one speaker in the back. You've also got a subwoofer at either side of the cylinder. Now, each subwoofer is actually 12.5 watts. So in total, this is a 25-watt speaker. And to get that out to something this size is an amazing piece of engineering, which is what Treblab are good at. They're the engineers for sound, okay? They've got a range of speakers and earbuds, which we'll come to later. And this speaker, 25 watts, which, I mean, for a normal room, you'd be looking at having 20 watts to actually fill the room with sound. This, and I've proved this goes to 11. And if you get the film reference, good on you. This goes to 11. This, you could actually fill the house, never mind the room. I play this in my office. Angelica can hear it crystal clear in her office, which is 2 doors away. If I've got the volume up. I don't have the volume up too often. Now, just a thing, I would love to actually play this for you. If I switch it off, I'll get another sound. Okay, so I'm just going to switch it off. Okay, so you possibly heard that or possibly not. I'm not sure whether you heard anything at all. But it's got a crystal clear sound. Now, there are compromises. And I said at the beginning of this, I would actually tell you like it is. This outputs a very rich sound, but it cuts out the highs and the lows, but not so you'd notice. When you play music on this, the sound is clear, the bass is good, the highs are hit to the normal. This is not an audiophiles speaker. This is a speaker for a practical person who wants to hear their music or their podcast in crystal clear. And this does. I've been testing this now for over a week before I actually came live to talk about it. And I'm impressed by the quality of the sound. It sounds absolutely crystal clear. Okay. From Treblabs in the USA, respected USA company. And they sent this all the way to me. So 25 watts from the subwoofers either side, 2 speakers, one front, one back, which give a 360-degree sound. So you can put this down in the middle of the room and the sound will be all around. And I've checked that out and that is so true. Now, in my research for this, let's go over here for a moment. In my research for this, I watched other people's reviews because that's the quickest way to find out things. This is my review, my words. But what people actually did when they were demonstrating this speaker is they actually put it in a bucket of water. Now, I am not going to put this speaker in a bucket of water. No way. 1, it's a week old, and 2, Are you actually going to put it in a swimming pool? No. But it did prove, I saw it with my own eyes, that this unit is showerproof and waterproof. And if you're using this at the gym, sweatproof as well. Okay. Now, there is a smaller version of this, which actually mounts on your bike as well. If you click the link to the Treblab HD77, you will be taken to the Amazon page for the HD77. You may well see this video on there. And if you're watching me on the page, I'd like to say hello from the UK. It's about time to just reinforce this. Just let me take a second. One thing I am never when live broadcasting. Come on. Oh, it's refusing to play. Live broadcasting is basically when most things go right, but occasionally things go wrong. Okay. So this is a wonderful present, either for yourself or for Christmas for someone. And in addition to everything I've talked about so far, you can put a lanyard on there and you can then carry it around. The lanyard is supplied in the box. Just a moment. I have to hand, as you thought I might. I started, normally when you actually get boxes, you take everything out, you put it somewhere safe, and then you throw the box away. Well, I'm not doing that anymore because I'm on Amazon Live. Every box gets put right. This is the box it actually comes in, and hopefully, yeah, I've got it the right way up. Okay, when you open the box, you get the cardboard carton inside, and the carton contains the speaker, which I'll show you again in a minute, contains the lanyard, and also contains a something for climbing. Carabiner, strange word. This, if you were, my daughter's partner has climbed Mount Everest. If you were to climb Mount Everest and you had this in your kit and you wanted to play Tina Turner and you want everybody to hear it, then I can vouch for the fact that everybody in your walking party would actually be able to hear Tina Turner. It blasts the sound out. Very good, very rugged. It is meant for out and about. I'll be using this next spring, or probably before, to actually take music on the go. Now, how does it work? And how easy is it to get it working? Just put the box down. Okay, so the box is down. Let's come back to me. Okay. If I go here, okay, you're watching Stephen from the UK. Right. This unit pairs very easily. Once you switch it on, it is discoverable. Now, I have paired this unit. I'll put it over there. I've paired this unit with my iPad and my Android phone without any problems at all. I've paired it with my desktop. Anything that has Bluetooth and the ability to pair, you can pair with this. Now, I've got Amazon Music, and I actually even put it on my Fire HD. I paired with my Fire HD, and I control the music from the HD. So basically, I'm hoping not to drop anything on the floor. Just give me a second. I paired this, which is a Fire HD 8-inch, which you can see down in the carousel. I paired the two together. Okay, basically switch the speaker on, go to connections on your Fire, or go to connections on your Android or iPhone or your iPad or your Android tablet. You can pair any unit to this. Okay, now I've been around the house and I've paired everything I could find. Okay, when you switch the unit on, well, you've done the pairing bit, that's done, dusted. You only need to do that once. Okay, when you switch the unit on, and I'll just switch mics so that, just give me a second. I've got to remember to switch microphones back as well. So hopefully this time you can still hear me. No, you can't. Just a minute. I shouldn't have done this. I know I shouldn't have done this. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Yeah. Okay, we've got sound. And I put myself slightly out of focus. Just a second. Do not adjust your sets. This is all part of live broadcasting. Things will go wrong. And I'm back in focus again. Okay. When you switch the unit on, it will pair with the nearest device which is powered up. So if my iPad was powered up, which it is, when I press this, it will pair with my iPad. If my iPad was off and my Android phone was on, my Samsung phone was on, it would pair automatically. And I'm just, the sound that actually, so basically I've been having a blast. I've been playing Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, In Excess, and the sound quality is just first class sound quality. It can fill a room quite easily. Twin 12.5 watt speakers situated front and back, subwoofers each end. Now, the thing about the subwoofer, okay, it's got the Treblab logo on it, but the thing is, when there is music playing, it vibrates, yeah, at both ends. Okay. And my suggestion to Treblabs is to actually have that lit, so you can actually, all right, okay, perhaps not, but it is a very substantial, solid piece of kit. It's got the grille surrounding it. It is beautiful design, made out of ABS plastic. It's tough. It will go out and about with you. It will work around at home. It will pair with any device. And I'm loving actually using it. I was playing it this morning, and I've no doubt that I'll be playing it tonight. Although tonight is a bit different because tonight is the start of the Christmas period in our house. Tonight at, well, your 2 p.m. Tonight we'll be having a carol singing concert, German carols, and we'll be on Zoom singing German carols, which is an absolutely brilliant evening. And we've got teachers from around the country actually joining us. We've got people who are Angelica teachers joining us. And it's going to be quite a night. So I'm steeling myself because I'm hosting the broadcast tonight on Zoom, and I'm really looking forward to it. So we've been looking at Treblab speaker. Click the link in the carousel, and that will take you to the page. Okay, now you're not saying you're going to buy it, you just want to know a bit more about it. Okay, and all the tech specs are on the page, including comparisons with other Treblab products as well. And you may well find my next product actually on the same page. Okay, because my next product is the Treblab. Oh, just a minute. Back to the HD77, just to confirm, it is a brilliant portable Bluetooth speaker from Treblab, American company. They were kind enough to send it to me. I'm enjoying using it. It's normally $119.97. If you click the link in the carousel, it is $89.97. Now, this is important. Certain of the items in my carousel carry a discount whilst I'm live. As soon as this broadcast finishes, then the discount may change. Okay, so the prices are active whilst I am live. So there are bargains to be had. And in the run up to Christmas, I'm going to be pointing out items which are stocking fillers. Okay, and I'm just glad that I've got that, the Treblab HD77. Okay, now the next one that I'm going to talk about is also from Treblab, because I like to stay in a zone. And the next item we're going to talk about is this. And I'm going to hide my name because it's getting in the way. And I'm hoping to hide my name. Perhaps my name's going to stay there forever. I've got a button which says hide name, and when I click it, nothing happens. Right? Okay, that's better. It's worked. Right. I'm very fortunate. Sometimes the Be.Live engineers actually watch this broadcast, and they do things in the background, because that's one of the benefits of working for Be.Live. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is down the carousel, is the Treblab X3 Pro Premium Wireless Earbuds. And again, a proviso here that the product was provided by Treblab for my use and review. And I have made great use of the last week that I've had these. Now, there is a box. Okay, this is the box the X3 Pro comes in, and it's a pair of earbuds. Now, again, these are meant for active use. In other words, whether you're walking, running, jogging, in the gym, climbing Mount Everest, these are the earbuds that I would recommend you actually use. And I do recommend them because I've been using them for 8 days, and they are, well, I'll show you. Okay, so in that box comes this case. Okay, right. So I'm not doing an unboxing, I'm doing an uncasing. Okay, and if I can get into it, I'll get the earbuds out. Okay, in the back, just to point out, that's the charge, and that's the cable that goes in USB-A to USB-C, and right, charging, just plug it in, charge, and basically if you charge this for 6 hours, the case is charged. It carries 35-hour charge. The earbuds, I'm going to take one out now. I'm going to switch cameras because that would make it easier. Okay, because then you can see a bit more. I'm just going to make sure the earbuds, okay, have, well, I'll take both of them out. Okay, so they're out of the charging case. When you finish using them, you put them in the case, and they recharge, and then got a 9-hour charge on them. So you can use these for 9 hours before you need to return them to the charging case. They are Bluetooth, as I said at the beginning of this, the XR3 Pro. There is a contact on that edge, and that's when you put them back into the case, you just align that with the contact, and that's how the charging takes place. Okay, putting them in is simple and straightforward, as I'm about to demonstrate. Now, I've got to tell you this before I do this. I am the world's worst demonstrator. I'm getting better. First thing is, there is that tail. Now, that tail is made of very, very soft plastic, and that goes behind your ear, okay, like that. And okay, and then it fits in your ear. That's it. So I've been doing it once. I'm going to take my life in my hands, and I'm going to do it twice. Okay, so I've got the earbuds on. Okay, and they are stable. Now the thing about it is that, as I say, these are active earbuds, so they're not just for around the house. They're for actually going out, walking, jogging, running, cycling, mountaineering. Okay, walks in the local park. Now, if you're in the gym, you could just use one of these. Okay, because you're not too worried about stereo sound in the gym. You're just worried about listening to your favorite tracks as you on the treadmill, or actually lifting weights. These will not fall out. This has been my bugbear. I must have somewhere, and he's searching for them, can't find them. Okay, I'm not going to say whose earbuds these are because they're not in my carousel, but these are the type of earbuds which are good, but you can lose them and they can fall out. And I know this. I used to broadcast using the earbuds I've just shown you. I can broadcast using these, no problem at all. These are not going to fall out. These are going to stay on my ears, and if I went jogging right now, then they would stay there. As far as pairing is concerned, pairing with all Treblab products, pairing is simple and straightforward. I switch the earbud on and just press the button at the side, and that switches it on. Okay. Then I take my device, which can be an iPhone, an Android phone, an iPad, Android tablet, and I pair it. Okay. And in the same way I was using Amazon Music, I can use the same. Right, I did the XD77 earlier. These pairs simply. Okay, it's a no-brainer. You can just switch these on. Let's go with Android phone. We'll see them once they're powered up. You identify them, and then you press pair. That's it, and they connect. Okay, so whilst you're walking around and jogging, before you go out the door, you switch these on. It pairs, and then you select your music, and then you go off. And same thing at the gym. They are a rugged construction. Okay, very well built, being American products, of course. And I've got to say that the first test of earbuds is, are they irritating? And having used these for 3 hours a day for the past week, no, they're not. Okay, the clip that goes, the tail that goes over the back of your ear is so soft you can't feel it. I mean, I forget I'm actually wearing earbuds. It's that good. Okay, now the box, which I put over here, comes with 3 different sizes of buds, so you can actually swap them out and decide which is best for you. I'm starting with the large, and then medium, and then small, and you decide which fits better. Okay, now, as with the HD77 speaker, which we spoke about earlier, I did go to YouTube. I did watch a few reviews. Okay, because you're getting my take on the earbuds, but I went to people who've been using them, and do you know what they did with them? They took the earbuds off, put them in a glass of water, and this water testing live on YouTube, it must be a thing. I would not take these out and put these in water, but I'm happy to watch somebody else do it. And I can, with my own eyes, I've seen these earbuds on, put into water, taken out, and still working. These are waterproof to XP6, I think. So they are waterproof. They will, if you go out jogging and you're jogging in the rain, these will be unaffected. If you go out and it starts pouring down, okay. If you're running and you start to perspire, these are sweatproof. Okay, so they're waterproof and sweatproof. And the ratings, if you click the link down in the carousel, you'll actually see the ratings for the product. Now, as far as the sound is concerned, it is, I've said this before, Treblab products, it is crystal clear, well engineered, and works with 1 bud in mono. But if you put 2 buds in, then you're in stereo. It feels like the orchestra is behind you, and you get a rich sound. Okay, whether you're playing Led Zeppelin, In Excess, or the Stones. Bass is good, incredibly good bass, and these are engineered, pretty well engineered, and I'm delighted to be able to show you them today. Now, as with the speaker HD77, which is on discount today, I can't actually, we can't hear them, and that brings me on to when I get a new set of earbuds, I always do the partner test. Now, the partner test is simple and straightforward. I'm sat here listening to music through the earbuds, controlled by my iPad, and all of a sudden I need to chat to Angelica. So I leave my office, go to Angelica's office, and I said, "Can you hear the track that I'm playing?" And Angelica says, "No, she can't hear a thing." Now, whenever with these earbuds, the sound is kept to you. Okay, nobody can hear what you're playing, whether it be a podcast, a rock track, opera, or classical. Nobody can hear. Nobody around you, stood next to Angelica, nobody around you can hear what you're listening to, which I think is great. When you're actually out, if you're in London, you're on the tube, you can actually listen to music and know that you're not disturbed. If you're on the bus or coach, you're not actually disturbing people, because these earbuds are actually containing the sound within your ear canal. And that's the engineering. Basically, these are a quality set of earbuds from Treblab. Did I mention they're an American company? So that's the first part of the partner test, is nobody can actually hear what you're listening to. The second part of the partner test, and this is an advisory. If you're listening to these earbuds with their great quality sound, and somebody comes to talk to you, you can still hear them, because I was able to carry on. Angelica was able to speak to me. I could hear what she was saying. I tuned, no problem at all. But the problem is that I'm listening to reasonably loud music. And therefore, when I started to talk, Angelica's first response was, "What are you shouting for?" Because I was talking over the volume of the earbuds. So my hint is quite simple. When you're talking to somebody and you're wearing the earbuds and you listen to your favorite music or podcast, whisper. Just whisper. Because then you will not. I was waiting to come back. If you whisper, you will not be shouting, okay? Because it's basically you're hearing the music and you want to talk above the music. That's called shouting. So whisper when you're wearing these. People still hear you, and they will benefit from the fact that you're not actually shouting at them. Right, so this is the charging case, USB-A, USB-C. Take the earbuds off, which I'm going to do now, and then put them back into the case. Okay, and simple and straightforward to actually put them back into the case. You'll see that if I look, the earbuds possibly can't see the red light, but the earbuds are now charging. Okay, close the case. That's it. I don't need, if I've got blue lights on the front of the case which show the case power. So I've got 4 lights at the moment, so I don't need to charge this. When this gets down to 1 light, then I would charge it overnight. Simplest thing to do. But I cannot speak too highly of the quality of these earbuds, the engineering, the softness of the plastic that goes behind your ear, the fact that you're not going to lose them if you're walking, jogging, running and cycling. You won't lose these earbuds. Okay, and I'm going to put them back in the case and close the case and come back to me. Okay, thank you for watching me on Amazon Live. Those were 2 products that I've just spoken about, and they were both supplied by Treblab, both for my use and review. And I just want to say a heartfelt thank to Treblab for sending those buds and the speaker, both of them, from the US to the UK. Okay, and a reminder, and thank you for watching me live on Amazon. Treblab is the X3 Pro, and I love them, is $69.97, and the HD77 is 25% off today if you click the link in the carousel. Okay, just saying. Okay, so let's put my name back on screen. Do you know what I discovered yesterday? I don't know whether this is true. Perhaps you can comment and help me with this. When I included Stephen Healy UK in the title, more people press the unmute button. Now I'm still testing this, and that's why I've got Stephen Healy UK. So when you're actually watching this, it comes before you and you think, who's that guy? Well, I'm Stephen Healy and I'm from the UK. Now you know. Okay, so that's for people who are actually browsing. Okay, so I'm going to show that occasionally throughout the broadcast, so everybody knows. So we've done the HD77, we've done the Treblab X3 Pro, and next I'm going to go on to something that you've actually been watching. I'm broadcasting to you using my Logitech Brio camera, which is down in the carousel at the moment. Now I can't show it to you, obviously, because I'm using it. Okay. Long story short, when you first start broadcasting, you would use, when you first start broadcasting, you would use your internal camera. Now, this is the camera that's on my Microsoft Surface Book 2, which is down the carousel, and it's adequate. Okay, when you start broadcasting, you can use your internal camera and your internal microphone. No problem with that. Decide when you do the live broadcasting, because I'm all about live broadcasting, decide whether you like it or not. When you decide you like it, then start buying the kit. Don't spend a couple of $1,000 on kit before you do your first broadcast. It's just not, well, it doesn't make sense, does it? Okay. Do your first broadcast, enjoy it. Do a second broadcast, enjoy it even more, and then that's it. You've been bitten by a live video bug, and you can go and spend money because you know you're going to broadcast again. So the first thing you do is you actually upgrade your camera. Now, the reason for upgrading your camera is that Logitech cameras have got an inbuilt microphone as well. So not only if you choose a Logitech camera, you're actually upgrading not only your camera, but also your microphone as well. So it's 2 in 1. And that's the first step. Now, most people, when they get a first camera, get the Logitech C920X. And I'm just going to highlight that. Most people get the Logitech C920X, which is down the carousel. Okay, Logitech cameras, well, they have the largest share of the live video market. And if you've got somebody, if you want to start live broadcasting, or you've got somebody in your family that wants to start live broadcasting, then start with the Logitech C920X. It's a great place to start. And I started, I've got one attached to my Samsung all-in-one computer upstairs, and it works perfectly still. And I've had it for 5 years now. Solid piece of kit, does the job. It's got the camera and an inbuilt microphone, which is your first step up in improving your broadcasting. And we're improving all the time. I'm always looking for new equipment, but I'm quite proud of the fact that I've got the Logitech Brio, and it's got a 4.5-star rating after 8,600 people have reviewed it. Here's my review. It is, like all Logitech kit, a solid piece of kit. It's actually sat on my BenQ monitor, which is down in the carousel. It's capable of 4K. I'm broadcasting in 720 today, which is an Amazon decision, which means that you're actually watching my Logitech Brio camera now in 720p. It's capable of 1080 or 4K. Now, as the numbers go up, the number of pixels that are transmitted from my computer to your computer via Amazon Live increases. From 720 to 1080, it doubles. Okay, so if I'm broadcasting at 1080, it's better quality, it shows more wrinkles, but it takes more data. And the more data it takes, I don't have a problem because I'm just broadcasting once, but to anybody on a mobile phone, it's taking, and if you're on a tariff, it's taking data it doesn't need to, because you're not watching hockey, you're not watching football, you're actually just watching me. Okay, so you may well be on a different tab listening to me. That's fine, I do that as well. So solid camera, Logitech Brio, 4K, and there is a piece of software that you can get, which is this. If you have any Logitech camera, 920, 922, 925, 930, or the Brio for the win, then you can go to logitech.com and you can download Logitech Capture. Now, this gives you total control of your Logitech camera, whether it's 920, 22, 25, or 30, or Brio. And it means you can actually, sorry about this, it means you can actually zoom in and you can zoom out. You can go to the left, you can go to the right. Now, I'm just simulating this. I am not using the camera controls, the software. You can go up, you can go down. Okay, you can change the color, you can change the contrast, you can change the brightness, you can turn on auto focus. This is the top of the range of the Logitech cameras, and it's down in the carousel at the moment. And at this moment, as I'm speaking to you now, it is 25% off. Okay, so it was $199.99. It's now $149. So whilst I'm live, if you click the link in the carousel and you buy, you'll get the 25% discount. But only while I'm live. Okay, that's one of the benefits of watching. Oh, if there's any item that's on discount, in fact, I'll do that in a minute. Any item that's on discount, I will tell you. I'll do that shortly. Okay, so Logitech Capture, download from logitech.com. You paid for the camera. You don't need to pay again. It's free. It controls every model of Logitech camera, and you just need to download it from the site. Okay, now I'm just going to check something. Okay, yeah, you can still hear me. Right, I like to check. Basically, what I've started doing now is if I bring this up on screen, okay, I'm going to hide my camera and take that off. Okay, I've got a little assistant with me today, and my assistant is taking care of things. Okay, for the last 4 months, my focus has been on Amazon Live. Okay, August through to now, Amazon Live. I've done thousands of broadcasts over the years, and I work for Be.Live, and I train people how to go live. That's basically, I've got courses on Udemy, I've got courses on YouTube about going live. I've over 2,000 broadcasts. So if you want to know, if you've got any questions about going live, then please do ask. My focus is on Amazon Live. And at the moment on Facebook, I'm actually training people on the Amazon Live ladder, how to go from influencer to rising star to insider, which is where I am. And we stop there, because if we can get you to insider, then you can get to the top of the ladder, which is A-star, right at the top. So there is training available, and all you need to do, just keep watching my shows. Okay, now whilst I've got that card at the side, I just want to go over here. Okay, and this is the bit, this is just a housekeeping bit. I'm catching my breath for a minute before we set off again. If you unmute, you'll hear my stories. I've got a different story about everything that's in the carousel. If you're watching me live, thank you. If you've unmuted, double thank you. But that helps. Now, as to what you can do when you're watching anyone on Amazon Live, you can follow. Now, following somebody means that you'll get notified of the next broadcast. That's all it means. They do not get your details. Yeah, details stay with Amazon. Amazon know you are, I don't. Okay, unless you comment. Right. So follow. If you find somebody interesting, and there are hundreds of broadcasters on Amazon Live, and I enjoy watching the broadcasts as much as I do making them. This quiz is not starting soon, but on Monday at 9 AM Eastern, Nick Wood and I are live together, and we have a quiz supplied by Trivia Plaza. It's a movie quiz. So if you want to test your movie knowledge, you can join us on Monday at 9 AM Eastern. Okay, next thing, to find out more about the items that I'm talking about, please do click the picture in the carousel for more information. And the final bit of housekeeping, please do say hello in the comments. Okay, now there are the things that I can and can't do from my studio, but if you say hello, then I will respond and I will answer your questions. Anything to do with live broadcasting, anything to do with items that are down in the carousel. Okay, so let's go back to the carousel. And thank you for watching me live on Amazon. And we're going to do something different. Okay. One of the things that I've highlighted down in the carousel, the TP-Link Deco. We live 120 miles from London. Our local internet provider is good, but not brilliant. We haven't got super fast broadband. So what happens when the broadband comes into the house is important. TP-Link Deco, I can heartily recommend. It's a British product. And did I say that I am? No, it's not going to work, is it? Okay, I'm from the UK. It's a British product. TP-Link Deco is a British product. We faced a real problem in our home in that we had, the units you can actually plug into the power line, okay, in each room, and you put a plug in each room, and that theoretically takes Wi-Fi. We had those. Now I know that that wasn't the best idea in the world, but it worked, and the person who recommended it is still a friend. But we have Amazon Prime, as we all do, and Amazon Prime has the most amazing movies that you can sit and watch. And we would sit and watch a 90-minute movie, and as you're watching it, you see the buffering. You see the circle going around before your eyes while it buffers the next bit. And I'm kidding you not, that when we watched a 90-minute film, it took 2 hours, 120 minutes. We thought that was normal. Yeah. But then somebody recommended to me, and this is the way it works, said, try the TP-Link Deco. And because I respect their technical knowledge, okay, they do networking for a living, laying of networks for a living. And they said, if you're going to go wireless, then use the TP-Link Deco. So I ordered them from Amazon, and there are 3 units. You can see what they look like down in the picture. I took the first unit, I plugged it into the back of the router in Angelica's office. I switched it on, orange light turned blue, so it was connected. I then went to my Android phone. I downloaded the TP-Link app onto my phone. Okay. Entered the relevant information. There wasn't much of it. Set a password for everybody to use. And that was the first unit set up, working. Okay. And we tested Angelica's computer. Fine. I took the second unit and I brought it into my office, powered it up, orange, then to blue, light on top. With blue light on top, it's working fine. And then I switched my computer on. I came on the internet, went to Amazon.com, of course, and it worked. Okay. Now I am broadcasting to you now using Wi-Fi. I know that my peers would say, don't broadcast unless you've got a wired connection. I've been wireless broadcasting for the last 5 years, 6 years, 6 years. And I'm getting the quality out of it. And I can broadcast live even when Angelica is teaching German. Yeah, I can broadcast live. So I took the third unit and I put the third unit downstairs within sight of the television. And now, having set that unit up, basically when we watch a film on Amazon Prime, it takes 90 minutes to watch a 90-minute film. And that's the power of the TP-Link Deco. You can do load balancing. So if somebody says, I need the internet, then you can give them most of the bandwidth, okay, just on the pad, okay. You can give them a copy of the software as well, so they could turn it on themselves. So you control it from your phone, be it an iPhone or Android phone. Both sets of software are available. And we haven't looked back, okay. It's changed the way we actually feel about Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is a wonderful service. And I've recommended the TP-Link Deco to friends, and they have come back to me and said the immortal words, thank you. So I have friends who are actually using the TP-Link Deco, and they've benefited from doing so. Okay, now, so that's the TP-Link Deco. And the next thing I'm going on is not something you would think of, but I love brilliant design. Okay. I said earlier, I bought an iPad to actually be able to go live on Amazon Live. Okay. you're going to have an iPad or an iPhone. When I'm not using my iPad, it goes into, I know I get it wrong. It goes into this stand. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras again. Okay. No, not that camera. Just a minute. That's not the camera I want. I want to hide that and switch to this camera. Okay, when you're live broadcasting, anything can happen. Okay, this is a stocking filler, and this is a very nifty stocking filler. This is a tablet stand, but I'm just blown away because it's polished metal. Yeah, and the design, it's got one hinge. It's a very strong hinge. You have to want to move the angle, and once you've moved it, it stays. It's got a flat base with 4 stickers underneath to protect everything, and it just holds your iPad or your Android tablet, and the wires, if there are wires, can come in through the back. They've thought of everything, but it's so simple, and to my mind it is a wonderful piece of design. Yeah, so I'm going to try and put this so you can actually see it more clearly. I'm going to hold it by the hinge. Okay, so I just love this for the design. That's why it's down in the carousel. It's one of my favorite stands, and my iPad, my new iPad, goes onto this stand. So it's down in the carousel. I can't, it's not got any real moving parts, so I can't really wax lyrical about it. All I can say is that it's a design classic as far as I'm concerned, and I'm all into design. The first questions of any product: 1, does it work? 2, does it look good? Okay, in answer to both those, the stand that I'm showing you down in the carousel meets. Okay, now this is interesting. I've made the mistake. Okay, down in the carousel is my Fire HD, and the Fire HD has got a magnetic cover, magnetic case. So when I put my iPad down on top, they attract each other. Okay, this is the Fire HD. Earlier I said that I was using the Fire HD to control the HD77 speaker. Okay, it's a great music controller. Also with this is it's brilliant. Okay, this is the Fire HD down in the carousel. This is brilliant for watching Amazon Prime movies, for controlling Bluetooth connections, and in addition to that, for reading your Kindle books. Okay, because Kindle on here in color, brilliant. Okay, right, so that's basically the Fire HD, which is down the carousel. Now I'm going to whip through, bear with me a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through things and just tell you whether they're on discount or not. The Fire Stick, which is down the carousel at the moment, is a godsend. We have just so if you're flipping by and you want to know who I am, okay, we have a Samsung television. Samsung, great manufacturer, great television, but we've had it for 3 years, and that means it's, I don't know about you, but I hate the fact that kit becomes obsolescent way before its time. The television is still working perfectly, apart from Samsung update the software on your television, because you want to keep your software up to date. You don't argue with it, you just press the button accept and your system updates. Okay, now that's all well and good, but when Samsung update your television, they're not necessarily improving it. And what we found was that after an update, we could no longer get YouTube on our television. We couldn't play YouTube videos because the app had gone. And there were 2 other apps that disappeared at the same time. They had been made redundant, okay, obsolescent. They'd been taken away without being asked. Okay, it's probably in the small print somewhere. It said, we're going to remove YouTube from your television. We hope you don't mind. I don't think they did. I think they just did it. I think they just went ahead and did it, and they removed it from our Samsung TV. Why? Why, you ask? They took it off the Samsung television so that your TV is 3 years old. You should now be in your local electric store or on Amazon buying a new television. You should. At least that's the message I took from it. So basically, this is where the Fire Stick comes in, because the Fire Stick basically brings back all the functionality that you lose when your television updates. So Fire Stick today is 40% off at $29.99. Okay. So there we have it. That's the Fire Stick. That's on discount. And also on discount is the professional grade microphone. And I think I have one somewhere around. Okay. If you're watching me live on Amazon Live, I'd like to say thank you. And if you've got any questions about anything that I'm talking about, then please do ask. Now, if you see me glancing away, I want to give you my apologies for doing that. Okay. But the reason I'm glancing away and glancing at my iPad is that yesterday when I was live and everybody was watching, and I'm always grateful when people actually watch me live on Amazon, thank you. I was looking at my iPad, and this is my iPad, and all of a sudden the viewer count started going down. Okay, now to a broadcaster, when the viewer count starts going down, it means that the broadcaster's got a problem. Okay, unfortunately, the viewer count on my broadcast now is going up. Okay, and thank you for coming and watching. But if the viewer count goes down, you feel that disaster is imminent and your broadcast is about to end. But as my numbers are going back up again, I'm going to say that everybody left on the hour and has gone to have a well-deserved cup of tea or coffee or glass of water. So if you're joining me on the hour, because it's 10 a.m. Eastern now, I want to say thank you for joining me. If you've got any questions about anything in relation to live video, then please do ask. If I don't know the answer, I know somebody who does. And I just enjoy being live on Amazon Live and sharing what I have to share, which is all about, as we've got everybody's new now. Okay. And if you've been around since earlier, I'm eternally grateful. So to new viewers, welcome to the show. This is the Lights, Camera, Action, and you are watching. I need to take that one off. You're watching Stephen from Wiltshire in England. Okay. Me? I'm a live broadcaster. I've done over 2,000 broadcasts. I work for Be.Live, and I'm here in a personal capacity, broadcasting Amazon Live. I just enjoy broadcasting. I'm very fortunate. I'll just tell you why I'm fortunate. Just here. And I'm just waiting for something to change. Okay. I am fortunate to be broadcasting today. I know that. And I'm just looking for something. Okay. I'm not going to find it. Am I? Yes, I'm going to find it. I'm determined. Okay. Just a bit of background. I'm going to hide that and take myself off full screen. Okay. I'm going to put this full screen for a moment. I'm grateful to Amazon because Amazon actually keep the recordings of all our broadcasts, and you can go to amazon.com.live/live and you can actually watch the broadcasts anytime. On Mondays, I broadcast with my good friend Nick Wood, and tomorrow, who's in the middle, the top, I'm underneath with Nick, and then to the left of that, I just want to mention this is Marco Novo, and we're part of a team who broadcast together, and we're all on Amazon Live, which is totally amazing. So if you see Nick Wood, if you see Marco, I can heartily recommend actually watching their broadcast too. Okay, they're live broadcasters. They've got their own take on everything. We all bring to this our own live broadcasting experiences and tell our own stories. about the products down the carousel. Products down the carousel, I actually own 75% of them. But as I said earlier, thank you to Treblab for sending me this wonderful portable Bluetooth speaker and the X3 Pro earbuds. Okay, now I talked about these earlier in the broadcast. If you want to rewind, please do. And if you want to catch the replay, please do. Okay, right. So where do we go next? Okay. You'll see behind me a green screen, and I'm going to show you a little bit more of it. Okay, I'm going to go like that. You see behind me several things. Okay, there is the green screen, okay, which is the Logitech green screen, which is down the carousel. Now, I use a green screen because I want a good quality picture when I use a background removal tool. Okay, you need, and you can see my lighting is behind me. I've just got the softboxes, simple on off, that's it. 4 bulbs in each, 2 switches. I can ramp up the light. I can broadcast if I wanted. I could broadcast 24/7 because of the lights. They're down in the carousel. The green screen, sorry for pointing, the green screen's down the carousel too. Okay, now, why do I have a green screen? And what this, right, okay, this is the point in the show where I try something and it may or may not work. So bear with me. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to change my background using the green screen, using an image from my own collection of images. Okay, and I'm going to go for that one, and I'm going to go there. Okay, whilst I'm talking away in the background, hopefully, fingers crossed, because I'm using this green background is going to change. Okay, that worked. Yes. Okay, so the reason for actually using a background removal tool is so I can change where I am. I can change the feeling. Okay, I've gone from a green screen, which is great, but now I can bring my own background in, and the image behind me can be anything I want it to be. And that's the beauty of actually having a physical green screen with the background removal software. Now, the background removal software I'm using is actually in the Be.Live studio, but it wouldn't work this well if I didn't have the green screen. And I think at this stage, I actually need, I need to do something. Just a moment. You can improve the quality of the green screen by actually having lighting as well. So I've switched my softboxes on. I've got 2 softboxes pointed at the wall in front of me, and the light is reflecting back. Okay. Now, the thing about this is that you can see 10 fingers. Okay. And you can see them when they move. Okay. There isn't a halo around my head. Well, not much of one. Okay. I need to balance the lighting. Okay. But that's why I've got the green screen. That's why the green screen is behind me, so that I can have a background removal tool, which gives a reasonable quality picture. If I didn't have the green screen, then it just wouldn't work. Okay. My image wouldn't be as reasonably clear as it is now. I know I'm only going out at 720, but hopefully it is clear. Now, there is a thing here about live broadcasting, and it's a learnt skill. Broadcasting is a learnt skill. I wasn't born a live broadcaster. No way, Jose. I've learned how to broadcast. And I've learned how to be confident on camera. I've learned. But there is something else I've learned as well. And that is, when you're actually broadcasting live, look at the camera, which I was trying to do. But the next thing is play statues. You remember when you were a kid and your mum said, if you sit still like a statue for 5 minutes, I will give you a reward. Okay, my mum did. Statues, a game we used to play as children. You need to be, when you're in the studio, you don't want sudden movements, okay? Because every time you move, it affects the signal that's actually being sent. Don't ever wave your arms about on a live broadcast, because you drive the whole system crazy, as well as the viewers. So when you're broadcasting live, play statues. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be animated. Doesn't mean that your voice shouldn't rise and fall. Doesn't mean you can't tell a story. But it just means that you're conscious of the fact that you want to. If you watch a newscaster on CNN or CBS, you'll see that while they're hidden by the desk, they don't move too much. They might turn to their colleague and say, but most of the time they're face to camera reading the note cue. All right, just so you know, there are no auto cues in use in any of the shows that I do, none at all. So if I switch my background off, which I can, and hopefully back, I'm just, you feel like you've been yes, it feels like you've done a time shift. You've actually gone aboard the Starship Enterprise. You've actually gone from one place to another, but all you've done is take your background on and off. So green screen, Phototech green screen, down the carousel. It's got two purposes. One, for background removal for live video. And the second thing, we have the festive season coming up. The Phototech is scrunchable. Okay, it collapses. It fits in its own case and then becomes portable. Okay. When you have Christmas get-togethers with friends and family, take the screen with you. You can then take people's photographs against, because this will prop up against a wall. You don't need a stand or anything fancy. It will prop up against a wall. You can take photographs of the family against the green screen. Okay. And then just like they do in the movies, you can take the images into your favorite video editor. You can do background removal, say in video, for example, or Camtasia. You can remove the green background and you can put at the back of it any picture you want. So if you took a group photo, if supposing for argument's sake, it is pouring down outside and you're indoors, you're enjoying the party, you can't ask everybody to go outside for a group photo. So you ask them to gather in front of the green screen in the warm, take the photo, and then when it stopped raining, you take a photograph of the exterior of the house, and then using your software, Camtasia or in video, you can create images which create memories. Okay, so green screen for still photography as well as for live broadcasting. Okay, and I do want to say thank you to everybody who's watching me live and enjoying the journey. If you've got any questions about anything that I talk about during a live broadcast, then please do ask. Comments make the world go round. This is Stephen in the UK. Now, tonight is a carol concert, German carol concert. I'm hosting on Zoom, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very special night. Basically, listen to carols, sing along to carols. It's karaoke, it's German poetry, German stories, brilliant thing, all on Zoom, in a private group on Zoom. Okay, so that's the rest of my day. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about, if I may, is this. Okay, and I'm going to switch camera angles again, so because you can just see the top of it there. Not that one. I need to hide that. Okay, I don't want that one. Can I have that one, please? And okay. Oh, no, the lighting's not working, is it? Because this is the thing about lighting. It's actually set up not for this camera. It's set up for my main camera. So let's come back to my main camera, because we do want to see this in all its glory. So I'm going to go back a bit. I'm going to take my name off. Okay. So I'm going to take my name off, which is done. This is, I'm going to, latest technology. I'm pushing back on my chair so you can actually see the whole of this. This is an IPEVO stand. Now, if I do that, I am actually weightlifting. You would not believe how solid the base is. Okay, it's a weight. The IPEVO stand has two joints, one there, okay, which you can, yeah, and one there. So using those two joints, you can actually position this to hold your mobile camera any which way you want. Okay. You can set it up in a variety of positions. You can have endless hours of fun actually deciding on the position. But the thing about it is, this holds a mobile camera steady. We've all got the tripod stands. Okay. If you knock a tripod stand, it will fall over. If you knock an IPEVO stand, it will hit your back. Yeah, this is so solid. It's basically, if you do demonstrations on your mobile phone of cooking, of drawing, of crafts, of anything, you can put your mobile phone in here. The clamp rotates through 360 degrees, so you can position it as you want. Then you can set it and forget it. And this will hold your mobile phone in its solid grip until you've done your filming. And if you knock it accidentally, it won't fall over. It is so solid. Now, if you click link in the carousel to the IPEVO, it will take you to the IPEVO page and you will see the range of IPEVO products. If you're looking for a document camera, okay, while I'm talking about this is just a stand. This is a beautifully attractive stand. While I'm talking about this, IPEVO also do document cameras built in to their stands. So if you go and click the link in the carousel and you go over to the IPEVO page, you will see the full range of IPEVO products, including the document cameras, and they're all as solidly built as this. If you are going to be filming this bit, just using the latest technology to actually get my chair back, I've gone fuzzy again. Right, I do need to make an adjustment after this broadcast to what's actually causing that, and my apologies for this, is that autofocus is on and it can't keep up with my movements. So I'm going to be fuzzy for a moment, but I hope to be back in a second or two. So the IPEVO stand, if you click the link, you'll find out more about it. It's down in the carousel and it's $59 at the moment. And I want to say thank you to actually watch. I'm back, you see, you can see me now. I want to say thank you for actually watching me live on Amazon. And I'm going to show you something now. Okay, just let me find, I want to find a video. It just means you just talk amongst yourselves for a second. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hide my second camera. I'm going to take myself off here. And there's the IPEVO stand. You can see it a lot better now. What I'm going to do is, this is a short video. So I'm going to put the video full screen. And this is me telling you about the IPEVO in better detail than I did when I was live a moment ago. So this is more information on the IPEVO, which is down the carousel. So I'm going to put that full screen. I'm going to switch my microphone off. This is my IPEVO uplift stand, which I use frequently when I want to show my mobile camera on screen. So let's have a look at the IPEVO, and here it is in real life. This is the IPEVO stand. It has joints. It has, first of all, it's got a very solid base. This is a very capable, weighty piece of equipment, and it's not going to fall over. It's got a small footprint, and it has two places you can actually adjust. One is there, and the second is there. and you can adjust the stand, and you can see it's very sturdy. You can adjust the stand, and then your camera, which can be an Android or an iPhone, you can just turn it through 360 degrees until you get the picture you want. Now, if you're doing craft demonstrations, if you're doing cooking demonstrations, then the IPEVO uplift is the piece of kit that you should consider, because it is solidly built, it's got a small footprint, it's got two joints which you can adjust, the camera is capable of going through 360 degrees, and I enjoy using it. It's just a solid piece of kit. When you put it down, it won't fall over. Okay, it's very, very sturdy. So the IPEVO has my vote, and well, that's it really. I mean, basically what we're looking for in a stand is that it is stable, it can be positioned, and there are two joints on the IPEVO uplift which allow you to do that, and you can just set it and forget it. Simple as that. Okay, and you can do all your demonstration, cooking demonstration, drawing demonstration, craft demonstration. This will hold your camera and it will hold it steady. So the IPEVO uplift is my stand of choice when doing demonstrations on live video. And I'm back. Okay, so that's the IPEVO uplift. I use it quite regularly when I'm doing recordings for my B-roll. Forgive me, that video was shot in the summer when I was wearing a t-shirt. It's now winter, and right, the last thing I want to talk about on this broadcast is something that's upcoming and something totally different in relation to action and movement. This is my Microsoft Arc mouse. Okay, now I'm very fortunate. This mouse, which is down the carousel at the moment, fits perfectly in my hand, and it's a design classic. If I go like that, that switches the mouse off. This is a design classic, and it's a great gift to actually give somebody for Christmas. I'm going to switch it back on again. If you have carpal tunnel, you suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome, then the thing is that holding the mouse like that causes tensions on your arm and on your hand, especially if you've got arthritis. Okay. Down in the carousel now is the carpal tunnel mouse. And I was very fortunate to be approached by the inventor of the carpal tunnel mouse. And he sent me a mouse. Now, as you can see, I'm fine, but my partner Angelica has arthritis. And for the last 4 weeks, she has been testing the carpal tunnel mouse, which is down the carousel. I'm going to get together with Angelica and we're going to record her thoughts about the carpal tunnel mouse, and I'll play it in next week's shows. As a reminder, I'm live 9 AM Eastern, Monday through Thursday, and you're welcome to join me on any broadcast. I talk about different products in every broadcast. You're welcome to ask questions. You're welcome to say hello. But next week, you will learn all about the carpal tunnel mouse, which is down the carousel. Angelica's been keeping a diary for the last 4 weeks and I've got to say that Angelica's tried carpal tunnel mice before now and has actually just sent them back. This one has lasted 4 weeks, and you'll see why when you watch my shows next week as I talk to Angelica about the carpal tunnel mouse. If you want to check it out now, it's down in the carousel. If you know anyone who suffers when they actually use a mouse, then do take a look at carpal tunnel mouse. Tell them about it and tell them you're thinking of getting that for a gift. Okay, because the difference is when we hold a mouse normally, our fingers or tips are actually controlling the mouse. If you've got carpal tunnel or arthritis, then with the carpal tunnel mouse, your fingers go beyond, the fingertips go beyond the edge of the mouse, and you control the mouse with that part of your finger. Yeah? Now it takes some getting used to, which is why we waited 4 weeks. But if you are suffering from carpal tunnel or arthritis, it means you can use that part of your finger to control the mouse buttons. And there isn't as much, because your hand is at a different angle. Yeah, because your hand is at a different angle, there isn't as much stress over the top of your hand. So that's the carpal tunnel mouse. Full review next week with Angelica's help. It's been my pleasure to broadcast live to you on Amazon Live today. Thank you to Amazon Live and to everybody involved in Amazon Live. Thank you to all my friends who watched. Thank you to you for actually taking time out of your day to actually listen to Stephen all the way from the UK. I'll be back tomorrow on Amazon Live at 9 AM Eastern in a show hosted by my friend Marco Novo from Portugal. Yes, the Europeans are coming, and we'll be with you tomorrow at 9 AM Eastern. Take care, enjoy the rest of the day, and thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching, and it's goodbye for now. I've got a carol concert to organise, a German carol concert. Bye for now.